Alright, what is going on, everyone? Hello, sorry for coming on a little bit late here, but welcome. Hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day or night, whatever it might be for you. And also, before we begin, I also would like to apologize for not being able to tune in last night, because I was feeling pretty bad. Like, I went to the gym yesterday and I think I just pushed myself too hard, you know. My back was aching, and over time I just I had like a temporary fever. Here, I'm gonna turn down the volume here, raise up my mic volume too while I'm at it. Maybe just a little bit more, but anyways. But yeah, like, I was aching, I didn't feel good. I didn't even finish, we ordered Red Robin last night. I didn't even, like, eat all of that. But anyways, I woke up this morning and I felt better. So yeah, just a reminder to everybody, you know, like, whenever you're doing like any kind of intensive workout or exercise, you know, just make sure you're hydrated, you have enough calories in you, so you don't like end up like me. But you know, I mean, I went to the gym again today and I felt good. You know, I felt better than I did yesterday. But anyways, so we're pretty much just gonna watch some things tonight. Nothing special or anything, at least I don't think. I mean, we'll just see whatever I have on my playlist here. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get right to it. Here, I'm gonna lower the volume here for this. Okay. I'll raise it maybe a little bit more. I don't know. But anyways, let's see what we got for today. Okay. Chill lo-fi. Real Nerf super shotgun shoots anything. Wait, we gotta see this. I wish there was like a pause that you could. Okay, there we go. The stagecoach. Bro, that is the super shotgun. You can remove the stock, and at that point you just literally have a Nerf. That's the super shotgun from Doom Eternal. Massive. It's a double barrel with massive barrels, a spring on each side, one for each barrel, and uses these massive shells that can truly fire anything out of them, whether it's made by Nerf or not. You can fire elite darts, N series darts, ultra darts, mega darts, 50 caliber size mega darts, mega XL, half length darts. Hell, you can fire boom code darts. Remember those? What code darts? Hold up. What darts? What darts? Hell, you can fire boom code darts. Remember those? Oh, boom. Okay, boom code darts. Okay. I thought he said something else. One barrel at a time. Oh man. Okay. Whew. Man. That shell ejection. Okay. Okay. Big boys. Both. Ooh. Man. Good luck dodging that. Ooh, okay, that spread. I like it. Alright, he's going for the one shot. The slug, that's what they're called. Yeah. Alright. Man. Imagine bringing this to the Nerf war. Oh my god. Point blank. You're fucked. GG. Shoot somebody in the face with that. Get out of here, kid. Okay, he is having too much fun with this. As would any of y'all. Oh, man. Man, you need to, like, practice the reload, though. Like, to be able to be reloading efficiently. Because you gotta, like, you know, cock back the barrel or forward, I don't know. I guess it would be forward. Like that, get the shells ejected, then you'd have to load in the next shells. Oh, I mean, on top of that, too, you need to have the shells ready to go anyway, because they need the darts. Yeah. Dude, that is the Doom Guy shotgun. That is legitimately the Doom Guy shotgun that they made as a Nerf weapon. That's insane. 4 hours of German World War II officer to help you focus, study, and work. Amazing. Anyways, Exo Force. I've been watching a little bit of this guy, Jang's Lego reviews. It's like some older kits. What do we have? What else is there? Oh man, Tiago Spartan Beast. Shout out Tiago Spartan Beast, honestly, for keeping it real with Call of Duty Ghosts all of these years. Like, okay, to tell you guys the truth, I have always, not always, but in middle school, I used to be the kid who thought Ghosts wasn't a bad game. I didn't. Like, granted, it wasn't as good, nowhere near as good as Black Ops 2, which came out the year before, but I didn't think Ghosts deserved all of the negative hate that it deserved at the time. And, you know, the kids were just like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, Ghosts is bad. Why would you say it's good? You know? But, you know, the years went by, right? And I think looking back, Ghosts is rather an okay game. I still think that. I still think to this day Ghosts was okay. It's like a C tier Call of Duty, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't necessarily put it in like an A tier. Shit, I mean, it could possibly barely fit into the lowest B tier, but I think a high C, like a high C tier Call of Duty, it's okay. The fuck is this? Is this mashed? Yeah. They're still doing this series. I had no idea they're still doing this. Uh-oh. I'm trying to remember like what happened last time I watched this. It was like Tails, like they all like went back in time or some shit. They went to like through some alternate dimension. I don't know. I need to like get caught up in all that. Okay, yeah. Actually, you know what? This is one of the videos that I've been wanting to watch for tonight. This is its own thing. It's a shame the creator for TDAC is no longer. Well, I don't know if the creator, but the I'm trying to remember who they were, but essentially like the lead for TDAC, they're no longer a part of like making the show, because everybody was like, oh my god, why is the show about Funny Bunny? Oh my lord. Why she gotta be like this? Basically, you know, another case of just toxic fandoms ruining the good vibes of a TV show or a movie or whatever. But anyways, I wanted to watch this with you guys. There's videos like this that I have saved, but this is one of the more recent ones that I wanted to watch. So let's see.
Boy Redbeard here, you know, internet's biggest Pokemon scalper. Hey, my Discord group hit me with that notification saying
those are wait. Those are all Pokemon packs? And bro just put himself out there like the biggest Pokemon scalper. Like, here I am, come get me. What are you gonna do? Put himself out there like Maduro.
Man, I hit my checkers, man, we cleared them out, baby. Fuck them kids.
Wow. Man. Fuck them kids. That's what we're saying now. Fuck them kids. Oh my. We cleaned that motherfucker out. Big time.
Were supposed to be accessible and fun are all gone. Pokemon cards, video games, sneakers, Legos.
Was that a Coraline toy?
Just do without having to spend thousands of dollars. We used to be able to walk
in 2026,
buy a pack of cards for a few bucks, or grab a game on a release day without needing to go into credit card debt. What you see now is grown men in Discord servers coordinating Pokemon card drops to flip profit at a 400% markup. And hobbies are now even being seen as investment vehicles. Every community is being infiltrated with scalpers, and these corporations have realized that they could charge whatever they want as long as they play.
Yeah, and you know what? The funny thing, well, not the funny thing, but the sad, I guess you could call it the sad thing about all of this. Everything nowadays feels like it needs to be like monetized or feel like some sort of investment in some way. And it doesn't just like pertain to the realm of hobbies like, you know, Lego, Pokemon cards, trading cards, shit, you may even say Gunpla. Though Gunpla isn't really like as egregious as with like Pokemon cards and all of that, obviously, but just in terms of like everything though, it has to be like a form of investment or content these days, no matter what it is. You know, like shit, we're at the point where we have like a social economy dedicated to gambling. And hell, if you even want to get even wilder than that, we're at the point where we're live streaming people giving birth. Like, we have a stream of somebody giving birth live. Like a home birth. That's insane. I mean, listen, I'm happy for them, you know, congratulations and all, but it's just weird to me, like how everything just needs to feel like some form of content needs to be monetized in some way, you know?
Nostalgia. And even kids are being priced out of hobbies that were literally designed for them. Real quick, before we get into it, did you know that a hacker can steal your personal data in under 3 minutes on public Wi-Fi? It's called Man in the Middle attack, and it's way more common than people think. Attackers will set up these fake hotspots with names like airport free Wi-Fi or coffee shop guest, and then the second you connect, they take everything. Passwords, banking information, personal messages, all without you ever knowing.
Yeah, they talk about that with airport Wi-Fi.
Selling your information and malware,
or especially with airport like the plugins, you know, for your chargers.
video partner, NordVPN.
Yeah, the charging ports.
Protecting yourself online shouldn't be complicated. Head to nordvpn.com/paradigms. That's nordvpn.com/paradigms. The link is in the description. NordVPN encrypts your entire internet connection, so even on public Wi-Fi, your data is completely private. Hackers,
That's good.
your ISP, none of them can see what you're doing. It works on all of your devices, phone, laptops, tablets, and connecting is literally one tap. Pick a server anywhere in the world and you're connected instantly. I also love the dark web monitor feature. It continuously scans these hacker forums online and it will alert me if my credentials show up in a leaked database. It's like having a security guard watch the dark web for you 24/7. And the app itself,
man, they get that shit scanned. They got the UAV.
Up and running in under 2 minutes. When you grab a NordVPN plan through nordvpn.com/paradigms, you'll also get 4 bonus months for free. This is the best NordVPN offer that you can get right now, and it's only available through creators like me. And every plan comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, you get a full refund with no questions asked. In a world where your data is constantly being tracked, bought, and sold, protecting yourself is one of the smartest moves you can make. And NordVPN makes it easy and effortless.
Especially nowadays.
NordVPN.com/paradigms. Click below and grab the 4 bonus months while the deal's still
We know what's going on with the Discord.
Used to be one of the most easily accessible hobbies that you could get into. Walk into any store, grab a pack for a few bucks, and build a collection over time. That was the entire point.
Yeah.
It had a low barrier of entry and a
Yeah, man. You get the binder.
Pokemon and sports cards have proved this for decades. You didn't need to be rich to participate, you just had to enjoy the game. But all of that is completely dead now. Pokemon cards are the perfect example of how accessibility dies.
Oh, man. Is that $79.99? Actually, I don't even know. This is probably somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah, this looks like it's in some other country.
Booster boxes used to run for $100 to $120. Now they're $200 to $300 at retail.
Wow.
You can find them before scalpers clear the shelves. Elite trainer boxes jump from $40 to $60 to $80, and for most people, the only option is paying markup to some loser on eBay or waiting months for restocks that never come. What's really fucked up is all the scalpers who used to resell Pokemon cards are now moving on to One Piece. The game just recently exploded in popularity, and all of the parasitic resellers have saw an opportunity to make more money.
I forgot about the One Piece trading card game.
5x or 10x retail price. People who actually want to play the game can't build decks anymore because every box gets bought out within minutes of being released. And now we're even seeing physical fights and violence at Target stores.
Yep. I love it.
Fight broke out at
I saw this.
A vendor apparently blocked the front entrance over 5
Oh my lord.
boxes, went to the back, and they never hit the floor. And in the midst of the chaos, someone shoved someone else over the last One Piece tin that was $14. A whole fight broke out in the store, and someone got arrested for assault over a tin of trading cards.
Dude, the pack didn't even make it to the floor. That's how crazy these people are. Oh, man. Could you imagine, like... I don't know. Like, this would be the equivalent of, you know, getting that large plasma TV on Black Friday. It's crazy to me of just how something as traditional as Black Friday has diminished, and so has a lot of, you know, the shoppers fighting over certain products, and now we're just seeing grown young men just fighting over, you know, a pack of cards that's meant to be catered to kids. I mean, just think about that. That is some sad, pathetic shit right there.
With how bad this problem is getting, I wouldn't be surprised if someone...
I mean, how do you do this and take pride in that?
So far that getting murdered over cardboard is a real realistic possibility that people are actually discussing. One Piece cards are now experiencing what Pokemon went through just on a shorter timeline, and the community isn't even getting a chance to form before it's being corrupted. Almost every hobby has been through this at some point if they have a limited product, including sneaker culture. Collaborations that should have been widely available sold out in seconds from bots, and even if you manage to get through checkout, you're competing with people running multiple accounts, automated scripts, or early access through industry connections and backdooring. Regular people don't stand a chance. The people who
Man, I feel like the shoe industry, the sneaker industry, I feel like that would have plenty of corruption, a lot more corruption than the trading cards, because they're more openly viable, you know, like Foot Locker, Famous Footwear. They don't have Payless anymore, huh? I'm trying to think where else you would get shoes, like maybe Adidas, Dick's Sporting Goods, Nike, right? Like if you know a guy or like know some like inside trading secret or whatever, you're in. Like you could definitely like score yourself like a pair of J's or whatever. Yeah, I could see it.
to engage with the hobby get priced out completely, and now we're even seeing people go into 5-figure debt over Pokemon cards while their families are falling apart.
Oh my god. I need to watch this guy's videos. He just brings in people who are in debt. They cope.
$80 for Nintendo exclusives, and that is before factoring in DLC, season passes, or microtransactions. The Nintendo Switch 2 costs $450 just for the console, and if you want an extra set of Joy-Cons, they're $90, and they're not even drift proof.
$90. $90, and it doesn't prevent drift. Chat, I'm gonna tell you something. So I'm gonna go on I'll go on Amazon, because actually before I do, I just realized something. Let me go to let me do something real quick, because I don't want my information to show, but I'm gonna go to Amazon here, and I'm gonna look up PS4 controller, because I have noticed that my right thumbstick tends to have this locked in drift every now and then, or it does something to the controller to where not only am I like looking around somewhere, like if I'm in an FPS game like Overwatch or in Fortnite, I, you know, suddenly my character starts looking off screen, like away for some reason. And even the buttons too, like my jump button, my reload, all of that, it just cancels out for some reason. So, you know, I'm on Amazon right now, and here, I'll go ahead and just show you guys, what I'm seeing here. Here I am on Amazon, plenty of third-party controllers. $50 though for just the baseline controller. That's insane. But I would say, or sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. I just realized. I would say though, third parties have definitely thrived here. You got a wired controller. Here's another one, $69. You could probably find these used, if I'm being honest, for like cheaper prices. But let me see eBay. Like if I wanted to go to eBay here, let me just see. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I didn't know if eBay showed you stuff. Anyways, and if I go to like PS4 controller, right? Yeah, so you can see like $44.98 for like a, I don't know, this is like some blue and pink type of PS4 controller. Reminds me of like one of the Monster energy drinks. I forget the name of it. Some Miami Vice type shit. You know, used, eBay refurbished, you know, used, choose your color, $29.99, $29.99. You know what I mean? Like, it's less egregious. And we're talking about, to be fair, we're talking about a controller that's been out for, like, God, 13 years now? Almost 13 years. But if we go to, like, a Switch 1 Joy-Cons, like, if we do Switch 1 Joy-Cons, let's see here. Yeah, look at this. 2667, $29.99, $24.99, $21.89, and then here's like one pair that's for $47.99. That's probably the highest you'll find, maybe. And then there's like these exclusive colors that are, you know, sold for maybe like a higher price. I figure it's probably the same principle with like God Hand exclusive colors and all that. But you see what I mean? It's kind of like the people understand, the consumer, they understand that they understand the kind of truth or reality about these controllers not being worth their market price, if that makes any sense. Because for $90 just for one pair of Joy-Cons for your Switch 2, and it essentially like doesn't have any of these sort of features that should be included for a $90 purchase, it should be lower. You know, they figure, you know, like they should be lower than what Nintendo is pricing them to be. And so, you know, people are going to turn to either resellers that are selling them at a reasonable lower price, or perhaps even a third party that comes along. Though I don't know how open the Nintendo Switch 2 is with third party controllers or any of that stuff. I don't know if it's like strictly Nintendo made licensed products only. I have no idea. But you know, people are going to turn away from that, and they're going to look at, you know, people who will resell them at a reasonable price. Yeah.
That means a full setup with games and online subscription costs more than $600. This is no longer accessible for anybody. When hobbies become expensive, they become exclusive. And
$650.
Communities and become status symbols and luxury items instead.
Oh man.
And the people who are actually being priced out are kids, families, or
kids. Yeah.
This is the exact demographic these hobbies were designed for. Pokemon marketed itself for children's entertainment for 30 years.
Yeah.
Now their products are priced almost exclusively for adults with high disposable.
Dude, I saw someone's video. There's this guy, I can't remember his channel, but he reviewed, I don't know if it was all of the Pokemon Lego sets. I know he did this one, the Pikachu and the Eevee. I don't know if he did the one with the badges, but I agreed with him when he said that Lego should have honestly like done who are they, Venusaur, Charizard, and Bulbasaur. They should have all been sold separately, because for one, I know these are like the original starting 3 Gen 1 Pokemon, and you know they have like a like strong standing in the franchise, but obviously if you've played these games, there's obviously one that you picked, right? And there's probably amongst these 3 one that is your favorite. So if you wanted either Charizard, for example, the only way you could get the Lego Charizard is if you bought the $650 Lego set, which includes you know, Venusaur and Bulbasaur, which might be fine. I mean, if you want to include them, you know, in your purchase, that's okay, right? But you mainly want to get Charizard. You weren't necessarily after Venusaur or Bulbasaur Or it could be the same way for any of these other Pokemon, right? Maybe you wanted Bulbasaur instead of the other two, or Venusaur, right? And so, what I'm hoping people do when they buy these, instead of like, scalping them for like a higher price or whatever, what they do instead is that they take out the packaging for either Venusaur, Charizard, Bulbasaur, right? And they resell them separately, right? So if you wanted Lego Venusaur, just Lego Venusaur, you could get that through a third-party seller, But obviously Lego didn't want to do that. They wanted to take advantage of, because, this is the big three, right? These are the big three starting Pokemon, Gen 1, right? We need to capitalize on that. It was tactically I can't even talk. It was tactically crafted to sell all three of these, right? Oh yeah, and the other thing I wanted to bring up too, the majority of the building process, it's the stands. Like you're like, probably, I think it was like 60 to 65% of the building process, you're making the stands or like the bases here, and then eventually you build the Pokemon. So there you have it.
Income. The fact that Pokemon continues to call itself a children's franchise while also
$650
is hypocritical as hell. We all know that it's targeted at millennials and older Gen Z. With these prices, kids can't even get their foot in the door to start enjoying the hobby for themselves.
Yeah.
Kids now have to stand.
Dude, the other thing as well. So Lego introduced this thing called the Smart Brick. Okay. I do not like the Smart Brick. All right. And I can go on about like how it takes away the imagination and creativity that Lego was built upon, but the thing I will bring up that is relevant to Lego here in particular in a financial stance is that the Smart Brick has raised up the prices of some of these sets, right? And you look at the Lego Star Wars sets, for example, that have rolled out this debut for the Smart Brick. It makes all the sounds, lights up things, interactions with the kits and all. That's great, but these kits are like, they lose quality because the Smart Brick needs to be implemented in a way where it can be read, it can be able to do what it was meant to be constructed to do, basically. And so what ends up happening is that you have these lower quality kits here. Let me just go ahead and bring you an example here. So if I bring up like Lego X-Wing, for example, right? I bring up a Lego X-Wing. Here we have just a basic one here. I'm trying to see it here. I don't know if you get like a open image in new tab maybe. But this seems like a decent looking Lego X-Wing, right? I don't know how much this was priced at, but regardless, I think it's easy to say this was less than $100. Okay, which is what the Smart Brick set for the X-Wing is priced at. But we have that one, and then I don't see it on here. Lego X-Wing Smart Brick. And then here we have this other one, which, I mean, you can judge for yourself, like which one seems to be, of better quality. But but what I'm trying to get at here is that it feels as though you're getting less for what you're buying, for what you're purchasing. In terms of like the quality and all of that. And sure, you could, you know, easily eyeball this and say, yeah, this looks like an X-wing. But, you know, looking at this, when you have the foldable wings here, you have these launchers and stuff, it seems okay. Like this, I would be satisfied with this than this, if I'm being honest. And the worst thing about it all is that you could say that this is small and it's meant to be for kids, right? Fair enough. But it's like over $100, right? Like if I go here, like how much are we selling this for? Yeah, nearly $100, $89.99. I remember when I was a kid, okay? This was back in 2012. Lego were coming out with like Lego DC superheroes. All right, it was eventually like the rebranding of Lego Batman, but with more of the DC universe, right? And the Lego Batcave for that line came out, the 2012 Lego Batcave. I wanted that set so much, and it took me months to save up like a little over $100 just to get that kit. I remember we had a garage sale, and you know, whatever stuff that I didn't want anymore, I sold. That helped me a lot for you know, in order to get that set. And I was so happy, dude. Like you have to understand this too. Lego here, let me pull up the music here as well. Here, Lego DC superheroes Batcave 2012. Okay. All right. This is what you got back in 2012. You had like the Bat computer, you had these little like revolving doors where vehicles can go out. And by the way, this wasn't just limited to this like bike right here. You know, if you had the Batmobile from like a separate set, this could fit through. Okay, I think a lot of Batman's vehicles could go through here. I could be wrong. I mean, obviously those that are on wheels, but on top of that, right? You had like your little gadgets here. You had like this cool feature here where you could put like Bruce Wayne up on the top, and there was like this peg. When you pulled the peg out, he goes through, and then Batman just appears right here, like he slides down, as if like he got suited up. That was super cool. And then you had a jail cell, all the security systems, right? Super dope. Super dope. You had Bane with like his drill vehicle. I don't know why he had that, but you know, he just did. You had Poison Ivy. It was super cool. And for $100, like, that was great. That was a lot of like detail versus like $90. You had like the little X-wing, like a fucking little computer, small tiny ass turret. Whoever this guy is, I guess like a rebel worker, some shit, and some cart. I have no idea why this is here. All for like $90. And you could say, oh, it's the inclusion of the smart brick. I guess, but I fucking hate the smart brick for reasons other than just what it does to the retail price. So that's all I'm really trying to get at here. All right, give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. What'd I miss? Absolutely nothing. Great. Wonderful. But anyways, that's enough of my rambling. That I just don't like the smart brick for a whole lot of reasons.
At Target, staring at empty shelves where Pokemon and One Piece cards should be, trying to explain to their confused kids why they can't buy a single pack. Online communities are filled with requests for help finding reasonably priced products because everything in budget has been
I'm messing up here.
Corporations know this, and they realize that selling one $650 Lego set to an adult collector will generate better profit margins and more money than selling 10 $65 sets to kids and families. And now people are accumulating debt in the thousands just for trading cards. There's so many stories of people hitting 10,000, 20,000.
I hid 26K in Pokemon debt from my wife, and now she wants a divorce. That is a sentence. Wow. There are some things that just have yet to be said. Oh my god. That is astounding.
$1,000 trying to flip cards or complete their collection.
Even she's confused.
Creators are using Pokemon cards to build an audience even when they have no connection to the community. TikTok and Instagram have turned hobbies into content pipelines where follower count matters more than actual enjoyment.
Again, it goes back to content. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? It all revolves around content these days.
People filming themselves opening card packs, building Lego sets, unboxing sneakers. Actually enjoying the hobby now is secondary to generating engagement that can be later converted into revenue. And OnlyFans models have figured this out faster than anyone.
Oh my god.
They started taking over nerd hobbies online specifically to exploit the demographic.
Of course.
Pokemon packs on camera and revealing outfits, streaming themselves playing video games, cosplaying as anime characters from popular series.
I mean, that's always been a thing.
To fuel viewers towards their subscription services. This strategy works because these hobbies attract a specific audience. They're not fans and they don't care about the cards or the games. The hobby serves purely as a promotional funnel for completely unrelated adult content. And this content is massive on TikTok. They're using children's toys to
of course.
adult content.
TikTok, PokeTalk, Book Talk. Yeah. Yeah. We know.
To an audience that includes actual children alongside the adult simps who think that these models genuinely share their interests. Social media...
Here's the other thing too, all right? It's that people who genuinely care about the hobby, they can, you know, reap those kind of rewards genuinely, okay? Versus all of these people who hype this up and be like, I have to get this, I have to do this for the sake of, you know, the income, the clout, the, you know, to chase the fad, you know. Like, I'll tell you this. I remember when I was younger, in like elementary school, we had quite a few, there's a few Lego channels that I remember. There could be more, but a couple that come to mind were like the Brick Show, and Brick Queen, right? And you know, there was like some older people who would like review Lego sets here and there, right? But you know, they genuinely like did so because they liked Lego, you know. And I mean, I believe they had like families too, right? These were like kits that, you know, they'd get for their children and just review them, you know. And that was it. That's all they did. You know, just genuine, good-hearted people just reviewing a Lego set. That's all it was. And now the genuine aspect of not just Lego, but any of these kind of hobbies is just second. It's secondary. You know, it's the profit over, you know, like, I don't even know how to word it, but you get what I'm trying to get at? It's all this like attention, all this clout that people are just chasing after.
Platforms continue to push content like this because it means more revenue for everyone involved. The OF girls get subscribers, the platforms get ad revenue and user attention, and the hobby itself just becomes content. And kids watch
Just content.
Get exposed to it, normalizes it, and starts thinking hobbies
It becomes slop.
Content creation rather than personal enjoyment and fun.
They turn hobbies into slop.
Also do the same thing. They don't actually care about the hobbies that they're pushing. They care about views,
The
subscribers,
views.
and sponsorship deals.
That's right.
Book collectors filming book.
They put value, he said it perfectly well. They value more of the profits, the views, and the clout over the actual product itself. That's crazy. But that's how it is. That's what it's become these days.
Videos where they show off dozens of books that they'll never read, sneaker collectors doing unboxing videos for shoes that they'll never wear, and Lego enthusiasts who are building sets purely for time-lapse content. This created entire subcultures of people who have hobbies but don't engage with them beyond content creation. They buy the supplies, set up the shot, film the content, then abandon the activity. The hobby is performative and now becomes purely...
Oh my god. My mom has, well, actually no, she still does, like those coloring books. Just, it's like one of those where you have like a picture and it's all numbered and you need like the number correlates with like a certain color. So if it's like number 1, it's like this light shade of brown, and then 2 is like some, I don't know, like some dark green, you know. It's like one of those. She's hooked to those. I mean, God, even to like coloring books.
Reasons. Hobbies used to be private pursuits done for your own personal satisfaction. But to me now it seems like they're more like public performances to make money on the internet. And because so much money is involved in these industries, people have started turning hobbies into investment vehicles. Pokemon cards are now being seen as asset portfolios that are never open. Lego sets are stayed sealed to resell in the future, and sneakers are never being worn. They just sit in someone's climate-controlled storage room or basement waiting for the prices to increase.
That's right.
This mindset completely destroys what hobbies...
It's literally like stock, if you think about it. You know? Like, you picture yourself thinking like, okay, if I buy this set, okay, in 4 or 5 years, how much value would that set have? you know? I mean, really, just think about it. Because, like, I'll tell you this. The people who are really nostalgic for, like, Lego Power Miners, Police, Lego Space Police, and Agents, I'm sure they have it rough. Oh, Exoforce especially. God, Exoforce. You know what? If I look up Lego Exoforce, what do we get? 119. Oh, okay. I mean, it's kind of reasonable, if I'm being honest. Is this the one that Brickmaster Harry reviewed? No, that's not it. Because I remember that video. I was a little mixed by what he had to say when he featured that. Oh man, I mean, it's reasonable, but like if I look up Lego Space Police. Oh man. Oh. Okay, so like half and half. Like, oh man, I was about to say this is pretty crazy. Nope. Nope, this is it right here. Actually, while I'm at it, hold up. I might do something. I'm gonna see this here, because this can't be real. Oh, it's the manual book. Never mind. I was about to say 350. What for the Space Police set? That's crazy. But no, some of these are reasonable. Others, not so much. Like this. Well, I don't know. But what about Agents? If we look up Lego Agents, brick set. Oh man, yep. As I expected, just hundreds of dollars right off the bat. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, this is now becoming like a huge game of delayed gratification, because getting the kit is one thing, but to think of how much it would be worth in the future. Yeah, that's another.
Are supposed to provide. Cards never get played with or in the hands of.
It's the waiting game.
Sets are never built, and shoes never touch the pavement. These products exist solely as speculative investments, waiting for the right moment to liquidate.
They're treating.
An actual hobbyist.
I can't even talk. They're treating these like national park coins.
And see what's inside. The adults wanting to build sets on their weekends off, and sneaker enthusiasts who wanted to wear their purchase, not just keep it in a shoebox. Entire collections now exist in permanently sealed states. Thousands of dollars are invested in unopened Pokemon boxes stacked in storage units. Owners are tracking market prices obsessively, monitoring auction results, calculating their returns.
Damn.
But if you
tracking these like they're stocks.
Probably just shrug. And when these markets inevitably crash, people will realize that they were just a dumbass who spent thousands of dollars on cardboard and plastic.
Yep.
In my opinion, all these investors are just as bad as scalpers. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing, except one person holds on to them for a long period of time while the other person just flips them right when they get them. And just like every other speculative hobby, whenever the crash eventually does happen, it will be well deserved, and I don't think anyone will be mad at it. But when it comes to
I won't be mad at it.
Are the biggest consumers.
Neither should you.
Products, and corporations know exactly how to exploit it. The fact is, most millennials are just desperate to feel something good again. They remember when Pokemon was just a game, or when Legos were just toys that they built, and the hobbies were simple and accessible. For them, those memories represent a time before they had all of these problems in their life, and now corporations have realized that they can make the most.
They can capitalize on it.
Disney releases premium collectibles targeting millennial nostalgia for 90s animated films.
Don't even get me started on Disney adults.
Styles from their childhood, and Pokemon is now releasing their anniversary anniversary products that are deliberately designed to trigger the memories of being an 8-year-old and feeling like anything's possible. And now they're justifying their purchases with investment potential or limited edition value, which is just pure cope. What it is seeking emotional comfort through overconsumption while convincing themselves that
consumption slop.
So many millennials fall for this.
That does look cool though.
That grew up with those franchises, watch them evolve, develop those emotions.
I would never get that, for being honest. I don't know if I'd get this. I mean, it's cool that Mario is included, I guess, but maybe if it was just the cart, I don't know.
The traditional markers of adult success. And so the result is these small luxury purchases become a coping mechanism for larger failures that they couldn't control. It's like when buying a house.
See, here's the thing. I would be okay with having things that are meant for display. Okay? Like for instance, right? Like as you guys know, I build Gunpla, right? I have Gunpla put all over my shelf. Okay? Like I have like a master grade, I have several high grades, few real grades, you know, all that. And those are meant to be posed and displayed on, you know, shelves, desks, you know, bookcases, all of that, right? And you know, can you mess around with them and play with them a little bit? Sure, you can in a way, but those are kits dedicated to, you know, be displayed more so than played, because of just how they're designed, basically, how intricate the building process is. That makes them more for, you know, posability, articulation, and display, versus like actually playing them as if they were an action figure, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. And do I have a few like Lego kits here and there? I do. Like the ones that I've gotten recently, or at least when I was in college, they were the ones that were like in poly bags, right? Like I have an Animal Crossing one right here, has a like some bear character with a garden and tree. I have like a little Minecraft little polybag kit. I have a Batman one too. I don't know where Batman is though. I need to look for him. I'm sure he's around somewhere. I just don't know where he went. But yeah, but those I could see are definitely like more for like display, and there's a little bit of play features, especially for the Minecraft kit, because it comes with like a diamond ore that has this feature for it to pop out. But for the most part, those I'm fine with just having displayed. If they're like a large kit, you know, that is meant for kids, not even just a large kit, but just like a kit in general, you know, like a regular size box that is just meant, you know, to be played, has plenty of play features to it, then you know what, that's for kids. You know, like I could give that to my nephew. That's fine. It is what it is. But to overtly like put yourself in a situation where I need to get this kit, I need to get this kit, I need to get this kit constantly over and over and over and over again, and you do it for the sake of, like I said, or as this person put it as well, like viewership, monetization, clout, you put that first over the actual product, then, you know, you're gonna have a bad rep, period. Oh, and especially the profits too. Like if you're just holding out on these kits, never opening them, never touching them, not doing a single damn thing with them, just storing them in some safe for years until finally you decide to pull them out and resell them at like 4 or 5 times their market price. Can you believe that? Like that is insane. That's actually crazy.
Becomes impossible. Those $200 Pokemon cards seem reasonable by comparison. What's really
like I said, they're treating them like national park coins.
Part of something and experiencing that brief dopamine hit of acquiring the thing that everyone wants. And
I never got a Funko Pop.
These companies that are just nostalgic baiting are doing so because
I was never interested.
they profit from this cycle while millennials just sink deeper into debt buying these temporary emotional band-aids. Hobbies are so cooked that now everything has to be based around profit. And the worst of the worst are the resellers who have destroyed way more than just trading cards. The same pathetic model has infected every hobby with collectible elements or limited availability. Sneakers, concert tickets, gaming consoles, computer components, anything with demand.
Oh my fucking god. Computer components.
Concert tickets might be one of the most predatory markets of all.
Oh yeah.
Ticketmaster and StubHub have created an entire ecosystem where scalpers use bots to buy tickets instantly when sales open, and then resell them at a massive market while regular fans who are just trying to see their favorite artists get fucked.
Dude. This was the same thing with like Geek Seat. When I was in college, whenever I'd go to any of the football games, this was before I got the season pass, but the year prior, when I wanted to get seats for certain games, there would be seats that depending on where they were, like how am I trying to put it? But basically, like how long it would be before the game. Like if it was like 1 or 2 months out or away, right? They would be priced like either lower or maybe like reasonably high. It also depends on like where the seat is too in the stadium, right? But then as the game gets closer, right, and there's people who will auction their seats for maybe like something that's either as the same price that they bought them at or maybe even like a little higher, you know, so they're feeding into those people who weren't able to get like a ticket in time and they need like a seat for the game quickly, so they'll sell it at like a higher price, you know, and sometimes it's not even just one ticket, it could even be like 2 or 3. And the worst part is they'll have it bundled even if you don't have like a guest or 2 with you, right? They will just sell you those. But the good thing about Geek Seat, one of the things that I remember is that even if you do end up buying those seats, you can sell them individually. So if you wanted like 1 or 2 seats but you end up like buying 3, you can just sell the 3rd seat and, you know, still be able to keep the 2. But as far as like how much you'd be like selling it, oh man, it's up to you. I think there's like a limit to like what you can sell it at based upon like on like how much you bought the initial ticket for. I don't remember, but yeah, like it's a whole bidding economy.
The tickets sell out and they are immediately available at 5, 10, or even 20 times the face value on the secondary market. The whole industry operates on legal scalping where the primary sellers and the secondary markets both profit while the actual
Fuck. Dude, this is... Anytime I see this, like this here, I think of like 50 Cent when he purposefully bought all those Ja Rule tickets. I don't know if any of you remember that, but he bought out so many seats for one of his concerts and nobody showed up because Fitty bought them all.
Ticket scalping is now corporations are actually enabling. Ticketmaster owns StubHub. This means that they profit from both the initial sale and the resale market. They have zero incentive to stop bots or prevent scalping because they make money at every stage. These platinum and dynamic pricing systems have let them participate directly in price gouging based on demand.
Oh my god.
What used to be illegal scalping is now the standard in business practice. And we saw the same thing with gaming consoles a few years ago.
Yeah, the PS5, the Series X.
Sony deliberately limited their supply and scalpers were able to buy every unit instantly, where regular and casual gamers couldn't purchase these consoles at retail for over a year.
And the thing is too with the 8th gen, or no, we're not the 8th gen, it's the 9th gen. The thing about the 9th gen consoles though, as well is that you have to remember this was during COVID, right? So people were in their houses, not a whole lot of people were shopping. So obviously, like, if there weren't going to be a whole lot of people there, you know, you'd have like a limited supply of consoles available, right? And maybe like reduce you know, the number of consoles like a person could buy, right? And you know, that was the same principle for everything, right? Like notably, you know, toilet paper, toothpaste, deodorant, paper towels, soap, sanitizer, Lysol, you know, all this stuff. Like there was only like a certain number of quantities that that were in stock, and also there was a limited amount to how much you could buy too, as well, depending on what it was. But the problem is, though, and again, he says it here, it's that because of the limited quantity, like even if there was like a limited number of these, right, people could still go out and get them, you know, and then resell them like for thousands of dollars, basically. It was insane. I did a whole presentation about this when I was in college. I may or may not release it on here. I don't know.
Scalpers bought everything again, and gaming PC enthusiasts couldn't get their graphics card at reasonable prices for years. These cards that had a $500 MSRP sold for $2,000 plus on the secondary market. Magic the Gathering has shown us how scalpers
and look at how much they're selling for now. Look how much they're selling for now with AI.
Decades of community. New set releases get bought in bulk by stores, and
it just reinforces the scalping.
Want to build decks. So now the game's secondary market is being dominated with speculation rather than availability for what it's made to be. And also,
what did I tell you guys? Didn't I tell you before when we were watching the Games Workshop employee build the Gunpla kit when they were sponsoring some online web store, and they had like Magic the Gathering Fallout? What did I tell you guys about collabs? Just another opportunity for these kinds of people to creep in. Just another one. And I know these companies also do it for like hype and, you know, for sales, profits, things like that. But they also get these kind of motherfuckers out of the woodwork. I'm telling you guys, it's bad. I mean, not the actual like collaborations and stuff, and like I'm not calling that bad, but you know, just those people, it's bad.
The sneaker resale market.
Oh wait, while I'm at it too, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, get out of here. All right, anyway.
It has a special mention for this because it operated off of pure scalping and reselling for over a decade. Resellers literally ran this entire hobby. But now the reselling community has finally collapsed because Nike flooded the market and eliminated that artificial scarcity. And so now a lot of these resellers have pivoted to Pokemon cards, Labubus, or One Piece cards. Pretty much whatever the next hype product is, which brings in that same behavior to new communities. No matter what they say on the internet, these people aren't entrepreneurs or business owners. They're pieces of shit who have realized that they can make more money just reselling stuff that already
want to call themselves an entrepreneur.
Any sort of value to society. And it sucks because every market that scalpers touch eventually gets.
Oh my god. Look at those guys. Man, that guy is like pulling a muscle just to get whatever the fuck this is. Those are cards, right?
They oversaturate with
Yeah.
inventory, kill the demand through
Bro.
their excessive pricing. It
Oh
drives
my
away
God.
genuine enthusiasts, and then they just move on to
Picking
the
them
next
off the
startup.
ground.
They leave the communities burnt out with the crashed market while they have zero consequences for all of the damage. But really, the root problem is all of the
Man.
corporations behind these
I
brands.
remember when that Target wall,
Lego,
all those
Nintendo,
wall,
Ticketmaster,
that huge
Sony,
wall of cards
Nvidia, they have the power to stop
was just
scalpers
left
literally
alone.
today. They just choose not to because the artificial scarcity.
I want to go back to that time. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Literally today. They just choose.
Got 2 carts here. Is there a zoom feature? Can you zoom in on a... No, I think you can only do them on mobile. Oh man. Dude, what is that? Star Wars, Indiana Jones. Those are 2 of the same kits. I think these are these right here. I think those are like 3 of the same. Star Wars, whatever these are. Minecraft, a whole lot of Minecraft. Some kind of space diorama right here. Oh my God. I would really hope that if I saw this anywhere at any time, I see like 2 grown young men, or just grown men in general, have like carts like this filled to the brim. I would sincerely hope they would like give all of that away to charity. Or to like some kind of toy drive, you know? Because this is ridiculous. Out in Walmart.
Scarcity and inflated secondary markets benefit them financially. We're even seeing the grocery.
I kind of want to go to Walmart. It's been years since I've stepped into a Walmart. My family doesn't like Walmart, but I don't know.
Charging customers different prices for identical products based on their demographics.
Wait, what? Hold up.
We're even seeing the grocery industry now trying to implement dynamic pricing with facial recognition.
Dynamic pricing at Aldi's. Making it look non-digitized. What? Facial recognition?
And AI surveillance. Recently, Kroger openly admitted that the goal is optimized.
Kroger to use surge pricing and facial recognition for ads.
Customers different prices for identical products based on their demographics. It is absolutely insane what these companies can get away with. If we let these corporations price discriminate on food,
Kroger is charging people different prices based on facial features. Wow.
Dope, best, and super lit.
I don't know what to think about this. I don't know. Luna Everly, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. But like, what are we getting at here? Like, we're setting different prices up just upon like how you look. That's insane. What is good? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just having my mind blown.
Based on surveillance technology, we've completely given up on any sort of remaining dignity for ourselves as consumers. The reality is, hobbies are being intentionally destroyed with all this predatory pricing. Kids can't afford Pokemon cards. Families can't find reasonably priced Legos. Gamers have to pay $80 for a broken game. And one of these fans are getting assaulted at Target over $14 tins.
Yep.
This only gets
sad.
Worse unless people stop buying into all this.
Where am I from? US.
From childhood is becoming premium products.
The US of A.
To enjoy will eventually be priced out of reach. Nothing is sacred anymore, so unless people actively refuse, unless they stop rewarding these corporations and
Man, you know, it's not just the prices too, but like I remember a time where they didn't have the cases. You could just either pick out the game, or even sometimes you'd have to ask an associate to, you know, come and unlock these doors for you. But it just seems like nowadays almost everything needs to be like put in a shelf, like a case. It's just crazy. What is this? Digital commission artwork for gamer stuff. Cool logo banner overlays. Okay, so I don't typically allow that kind of stuff, like self-promotion stuff, on here, like in the chat. But if you want to send over your stuff over on the Discord, you can. You go ahead and like check that out. Do I have Insta? Yeah. It's just it's SR_Kittana. Yeah, just same as my username, but with an underscore.
scalpers, the pattern won't break. And for me personally, I've noticed that over time of collecting and having all these different hobbies, I've just accumulated so much stuff. I recently just bought a
I'll
house,
check it
and
out
now that I
after
have
the
to move
stream.
all this stuff back and forth, it just feels so overwhelming. And as time's gone on, I've noticed that the hobbies that I enjoy the most are things that don't cost any money. Hanging out with friends or playing sports. These are things that you can do right now and find genuine enjoyment in without having to spend $1. And I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money, but it's important to at least be aware of all these things going on in the industry right now. But let me know, are there any hobbies of your own that you stopped getting into because everything got so expensive? I don't know, I feel like a lot more people are kind of playing into that minimalism lifestyle where things that they don't use every day or they don't genuinely care about, they're just sort of selling them or getting rid of it. And if you like content like this, feel free to check out some of the other videos on my channel that are similar to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Man. No, I get it. Like scalpers and all of these like content creators, they have invaded these spaces. And it's not for the enjoyment of the product or whatever it is that they're buying. It's literally just for content. That's all it is. You know, you hate to see it. Follow back? I will. I'll follow you. I'll follow you back after the stream. Or better yet, how about this? How about this? I follow you now, and then I'll just keep on streaming. How about that? Does that sound cool? Is that a good idea? Luna. Wow. That's kind of cool. Okay, yeah, sounds good. I mean, I'm already on your page right now, just looking at your little previews and stuff you've already done, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll follow you back. Just so you know, by the way, I'm kind of in the midst of like budgeting and stuff right now, so I'm not interested in anything right now, but I'll keep you in mind. You know, if I'm interested in anything, but yeah. Yeah, we could talk later. What else did I want to watch? How AI is killing the value of the college degree. Oh boy. This ought to be good.
On May 16th, 2020,
Shin Yun.
I woke up and was ready to get into my graduation gown for the day of celebration of Villanova's graduation
Yep.
ceremony.
That was like me.
And friends came from pretty much across the country to see me walk across.
I had Kanye West's graduation album playing the morning I woke up.
I was really on top of the world, super excited to finally have the diploma that shows my hard work over those 4 years. I was super excited to apply those skills to the job market, to an employer, and finally be an independent adult. Flash forward a couple months into the job search, it's been a little demoralizing. The job market has been very tough, especially for the new grads. I have been on my job search since November 2024. I've been applying anywhere and everywhere, and it has been a little difficult to even get to the initial interviews that I want to get to.
The job market
Yeah.
is kind of trash right now. I mean, it's very difficult
Kind of
for
trash.
people who have
I think
some
it's
years of experience, so it's going to be difficult
it's
for
been
college
trash.
The rise of youth unemployment is worrisome. For the individual worker, we can see that graduating in a recession leaves long-lasting scars for decades after.
These workers are a vital part of the labor market, and if they're having a hard time, that means that the economy could have a hard time.
For the broader economy,
Man.
these youth workers might be early indicators that the overall economy is slowing down or maybe even heading towards a recession.
You know what? It may be. But the other thing too to think about is that there's, how do I put this? Like today there are more people in unemployment than there are like seats for people to fill up, if that makes any sense. Yeah, of course. Yeah. We'll try to stay in touch. But anyways, so but yeah, there's just more people who are looking for work than there are seats to fill them up. And I feel like that's kind of everywhere these days. Not just for like industries or, you know, some of these like white collared jobs, but you know, just like in general, like retail and all of that. I remember when I had graduated, I wasn't looking for anything like right out the gate to where like I could apply something that was in line with my degree. But you know, I was just looking for like small work, you know, just to get started. Like I applied for movie theaters. I applied to a few retailers like Tilly's, Five Below, Target, and I think like one other. Oh yeah, Vans. Maybe even a few others like that. Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby was another one. And yet out of all of them, all right, we're talking about last year, only 2 got back to me within like a few weeks to like possibly even a few months after I had put in my application. Target was one of them, and they wanted to actually interview me. Here's the funny thing about a Target interview. At least in my case, I don't know if it's for if this is all the time for when you apply, but when I did my application and then for the interview, they wanted a recording of you to answer a few questions. They didn't want like to do an in-person interview. They wanted you to like record yourself and answer like a set of questions. They gave you like 3 tries to answer them all. And for me, you know, like I kind of like to think about things through and all that. So what I ended up doing was thinking about my answer, writing like a few notes here, and then after like the time was up for the first try, when the second try was up, I just answered my questions that way. But anyways, I did all of that, and then there was like all of these like multiple choice like questions and things like that they wanted you to do. You know, sent in my interview recordings and all of that, and I shit you not, they just sent like, oh, like we can't like find a spot that best fits you, but we'll keep you in mind in case anything pops up. That was back in September. It's now March, and I haven't gotten a single thing back from them. In fact, I can fact check this right now. Just give me a moment here. I'm just gonna go ahead and check my emails. Like if I look up Target, Target. Target careers. Yep, nothing. Oh, that was back in August. Sorry. Yeah. And then on top of that, in October, I got an email back from Five Below, and they were just like, "Oh, do you or no, they weren't saying that. Oh, sorry, we can't we're not hiring you. Unfortunately, you didn't meet our qualifications and stuff like that." Even though I sent in my application like months ago, and now you're just getting back to me. And I didn't even care about Five Below at that point, so, you know, it was what it was. I'll tell you this, my first job was a busser for a teppanyaki restaurant. And it was literally just out of sheer luck, because my dad, he knew somebody that he worked with, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I know of this restaurant. They're looking for a new busser," and didn't need an application. I didn't fill in like an interview or anything like that. You know, I just walked in, and you know, I had a job. You know, it was simple. I was satisfied with it. I kind of wish I did it longer because, you know, I had to leave for school after my summer break was over. But yeah, I was satisfied with it. I would be okay with doing that more, if I'm being honest with you, and then eventually look into work that actually entailed with my degree. Yeah.
The first time in modern history, a bachelor degree is no longer a reliable path to professional employment.
It's not. And most notably, we're at a point where plenty of things that can be done remotely at home with a device that can connect through the internet, you could teach yourself this through, you know, whether it's self-taught for free or maybe even like a program or something like that. On Google, you can do like certificates. They have like a certificate program where you can like do hours of these courses and essentially get yourself certified for certain things. Yeah. Versus having to spend like 4 years at a college and undergraduate level, spending tens of thousands of dollars in debt, you know, for a piece of paper that is meant to reflect your career, your future. And that goes for plenty of these things, you know, like I'm not knocking like the credibility or the weight that a college degree has. I'm absolutely not. I think for a good handful of professions, that's definitely a necessity. And as far as like going to, you know, getting involved in those careers and the steps it takes to get to those, I'm kind of mixed about those as well, and that's more of a critique on the U.S. education system than anything else, to be honest. But just pushing that aside, I think just for a good portion, I'm talking like a vast majority of degrees that are out there, it's debatable as to whether or not, you know, you need to really spend 4 years in a college to, you know, make yourself qualified for these kind of careers, for these jobs. And some are questionable. Some degrees are questionable.
Unemployment rates in general are still fairly low, but then when you zoom in on the young workers, they seem to be struggling.
The unemployment rate among young U.S. workers aged 16 to 24 stood at 10.4% in September. It's generally been trending upward since April 2023, when it dipped to the lowest point since the pandemic.
And in particular, there's been a worrisome rise in unemployment rates among recent college graduates. Usually we think of those as being some of the safest workers in our economy, but that pattern seems to be flipping right now.
I think that is because two factors. One is the supply of workers with a bachelor degree is increasing, but at the same time, partly because of AI, the demand for workers with a bachelor degree is not increasing anymore. So
well, the other thing too is that you also need to take into account the demand that people have had for going to college over the last few decades. There's an interview, or not, I'm sure he said this in an interview as well, but Scott Galloway, in his TED Talk for like how the US is hurting young people, you know, higher education, like colleges, when he got into UCLA, that was like, God, I don't even remember how much it was then, but you know, it was just like a mere fraction of just how much his colleague, who's a lot more younger, she's like in her 20s, she's the one who like helped put up or like set up his like slideshow, his presentation for the TED Talk. It is just like multiplied so much compared to how much he had to spend for his college loans when he was in UCLA. And I think part of that also had to do with the amount of people who were coming in. And, you know, there's also some other political things as well, you know, like having not just like men, but also women being involved in higher education, right? Filling up all these seats, you know, US inflation, things like that. That's also something to consider as well. But, you know, and the kind of programs too, in terms of like the advancements and things like that, that's also another thing. But no, he's right. Also, in the sense of AI, it could also be having an effect.
a lot of people with a bachelor degree, their wage growth is growing more slowly, and with AI continuing to...
And because people are getting into the job market
Artificial intelligence
has increased.
Corporate giants to hire fewer workers, and some have even begun shrinking.
Because there's more workers than there are people. Well, not that there's more workers, but there's not enough seats being filled in these jobs when you have a huge amount of people who are looking for work, right? There's a demand there that isn't being met, but because of there being a demand, the price of like admissions and having your time spent in college, that's increased because of it.
As they integrate more automation. Goldman Sachs says it could displace 6 to 7% of the U.S. workforce over the next decade. Young workers are feeling AI's impact.
Well, it could even be further, if we're being honest. I mean, it depends on how rapid AI goes. Well, I mean, if it chooses to go. I mean, I'm not sure how AI is going to look in the next year or so because of certain things happening with Anthropic and OpenAI, but we'll see.
A Stanford study finds that since 2022, unemployment for 22 to 25-year-olds in highly AI-exposed jobs has dropped 13%, while older workers and those in less exposed roles remain steady or growing.
I think AI and machine learning is absolutely
Not really surprised there.
entry-level careers from something that can produce results a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't blame employers for making those steps and
Yeah.
moving on in the right direction to save money, cut costs. But it's a little frustrating from my standpoint because I'm looking for a full-time career somewhere to
Mm-hmm.
really put my skills to work.
Yeah, and think about it this way: the amount of layoffs that have happened in these industries, most notably Microsoft, okay? Because people don't want to have liabilities anymore. They don't. When you put in, like, think of it this way: would you rather have a person who has the capabilities of performing a task yet has a noticeable or notable potential for margin of error, or would you rather have a system or a function where it can do those tasks with minimally no margin of error whatsoever? You would go for the latter, right? And that's what a lot of these industries have done with like all of these mass layoffs, because we want the AI. Well, we don't, but they do. I'm just saying we in terms of like, you know, them, right? Because they don't want the liability. They don't want to have to also, you know, sign people's paychecks if, you know, they're not going to be able to meet the requirements, meet the goals that are necessary for the business to succeed, or what they deem to be success. And here's another thing too. Like, I think this aspect of like free work has grown a lot more competitive lately. I do. And I saw it a lot when I was in my undergraduate. I applied for an internship for like this indie game developer studio, and they were coming out with like a game that wanted it was like a point and click kind of visual novel-esque type game, but it was catered around like kids. It was meant to like teach them something. And so I signed up for that, and they were like, "Oh, why do you think you're qualified for this, this, and that?" And I gave them reasons, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, we don't think you're qualified for it whatsoever." Which, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Good luck with your woke game that you're pandering to kids for." But anyways, and I'm not like a game developer or anything like that. I'm not like in CS. I meant for I wanted to intern for like their copyright program that they had for that game, for, you know, getting a hold of a copyright. I wanted to get more into that because I'm interested in intellectual property law. You know, I'm interested in trademarks and copyrights, things like that. But anyway, the prospect of having free work, I think, is becoming more and more common. And I even do free work, you know, where I quote unquote work now throughout the week. I don't get paid a single thing. You know, all I do is like help out, you know, like if they need me to pull out files in like boxes or drawers, or put away files, documents, I do that. Sometimes I do research. Sometimes I need to write like documents or Excel sheets to list and track certain things. That's, you know, I do that once in a while, but, you know, I don't get paid a thing. I don't. And I told my parents this as well. Like, when I finish my test, when I'm at a point where I'm satisfied with how I score on my LSAT, I'm looking for a second job. Like, there's no question. Because I really need to do something for myself. I can't go on living off of my mom and dad's paycheck. I just can't.
Especially for larger corporations that are trying to go through AI transformation
perspective of they're trying to let go of people in other departments so that they can invest more in AI. But at the same time, I think what's also happening is the AI systems that can write code, especially at junior level, have gotten really good. And because of that, we are already seeing, especially in tech companies, there's the need for a number of junior engineers has gotten lower.
Yeah.
The Federal Reserve has also taken notice.
You see a significant number of companies either announcing that they are not going to be doing much hiring or actually doing layoffs. Much of the time they're talking about AI and what it can do.
Yep.
So we're watching that very carefully.
But there is another element here, which is more and more young people are going to college, and at a much higher rate than the baby boomers who are now retiring. So what's happening is that the workforce is becoming more and more educated over time, and perhaps to the degree that we have a glut of college grads,
AI might be having a little bit of impact, but I think right now what's really driving a lot of this youth unemployment.
I like how they like have this little stock image of a computer.
So whether you're unemployed or whether
like,
you're in the labor market,
okay.
Right now is a really difficult.
What is this? Job postings decline to their lowest level in 4 years. Man. Man. God, look at this. The pandemic, as soon as that hit, it was like, oh man, we need more people, because most people wanted to work remotely. Right, they needed that, and then once the vaccine, the pandemic was over, it's like, oh man, all right, we're good, we're all right. Man, you know who's capitalizing on this? You know who's capitalizing on this though? This little margin here, Workday. Fuck Workday. They can kiss my ass. All those lawsuits and controversies that are happening to them, they deserve it. They do. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I have a bone to pick with Workday.
Went on hiring spree during the pandemic era.
Yep.
For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Amazon's workforce ballooned to 1.6 million employees globally in 2021.
I should have worked for Amazon
Count had shrunk to 1.5.
at that time.
In 2025 is
I should have.
Amazon saying this morning it's going to lay off about 14,000 corporate employees as it restructures for the AI era, marking the latest move in a multi-year effort to
The AI era.
and shift resources toward its biggest bets, including generative AI.
Experts are divided on whether COVID-19 hiring sprees are behind the current layoffs.
Overhiring they did
Yes.
in the COVID era when they didn't actually need to. The results of that are being seen now.
Yep.
Correlation doesn't imply causation. Like, it's not because of AI that people are losing jobs. In fact, because of AI, we see a lot more empowerment in people. Like, small business owners are able to take advantage of AI and build amazing companies.
We should probably not use this argument.
That's true.
For a long time. I think if there was overhiring, it's already been adjusted in 23, 24. We are now
Yeah.
25. I think it's no longer a big.
Yeah, because they serve their purpose.
The period of strong labor shortages that we had.
If I had gone to Amazon in 2020, and then by the time the pandemic and all of that was settled, if I were laid off, hey, that's it. I get it. I did my time. My time has come.
21, 22, 23. I think it forced companies.
I move on.
Without AI or not.
I did what I needed to do.
The story here. It just
Why the fuck am I still there?
The severe labor shortage to learn how to do things with fewer people, and that may be another factor that is impacting the labor market conditions now.
Not only are young workers finding it difficult to enter the job market, but the young professional workforce is also shrinking. A recent study by compensation platform Pave finds that between January 2023 and July 2025, the number of young workers at large public technology companies fell by more than half.
Damn.
Technology companies also saw a decline.
The impact that this rising youth unemployment rate could have, you start playing this out over the course of years, and you say, if these workers have a hard time getting into jobs now, that impacts spending, right? That impacts them going out, buying things. That also impacts their earning capabilities, money going into taxes.
I know it.
Ultimately impacts government spending as well.
Yep.
Right? So you start to add these things together.
I felt it.
And it really can lead to further widening in income inequality.
Economic inequality inequality in the US is getting worse. The new Oxfam report shows that between 1989 and 2022, the top 1% gained about 101 times more wealth than the median household.
Whew.
See a much higher inequality.
Wonder why.
It's a problem today, and it will be an even bigger problem in the future. It will be a problem that will have political consequences. I think what will eventually happen.
America needs good jobs. I agree.
For income redistribution.
If you have increasing unemployment rates, especially among young workers, it might leave some with being dissatisfied with the current economy and political climate that could have some implications for in general the political debate.
And so we need to really be thinking about, how do we make sure that we're taking care of this right now, because it could have big spending, big economic implications down the road.
Yep. That's so true. And the thing, you know what? I remember a quote from Sam Altman. Huge scumbag, but I remember him saying something about a job fading away. It's that if a job goes away, I don't know if this was word for word. I have it somewhere in the Discord. But essentially it was like, if a job fades away, then it probably wasn't a real job. Which, if you think about it, like just logically, at certain times in history, there had to be certain things to be done. And then over time, some newer technology comes around and replaces it. Okay, that's always how it's been. But to go out and say that's not a real job versus when that job was actually needed, depending on the circumstance, okay, let's be real. All right, let's keep it fair. Like, depending on the need, the dependency, the circumstance in which this job applies, that's still a job. And here you have this catered, like, fucking schmuck telling us, like, oh, like, that's not a real job, it faded away, this and that, blah blah blah, right? And it was a question on, like, AI taking over certain job fields. Like, give me a break, dude. I really hope this AI bubble, really does pop. I'd be satisfied.
Challenging for young workers, as many entry-level positions, a launchpad for new graduates, are disappearing. At the same time, however, Handshake, a career site for college students and recent grads, reports that employers are increasingly seeking entry-level hires who are fluent in AI.
We're actually seeing from companies is an increase in desire for early talent to have AI skills. So we've actually seen a 5x increase in our job postings since 2023 that list AI skills as part of the job requirements or qualifications. And even on internships, 4x increase in that same amount of time. So employers are interested in early talent that is familiar and comfortable using AI. They do expect that early talent will be able to use AI in their functional roles, and that they will know how to balance both their expertise and knowledge as well as productivity and efficiency.
I think especially the younger workforce should realize that this AI is starting to automate a lot of stuff. AI started to augment a lot of stuff. So knowing how to use the tools will make them stand out when they are applying for jobs. Like knowing how to prompt better, knowing how to use multiple Gen AI systems if needed, where some Gen AI systems are good for certain kind of tasks.
Yeah, and it's noticeable too, right? Like, if you're having something that is growing in society, like the use of AI, of course you're going to take advantage of that. Of course you want to go ahead and go into that, because not only is it new, but there's so much potential for it to grow. Of course you would want to capitalize on that and, go into that field. Yeah.
Knowing about all of this and having that literacy to be able to do different tasks better in a more efficient way, because they've just become more learned on AI tools, will allow them to stand out.
We should not be afraid of AI. We should actually be embracing AI for all of the places that it can help. And what it doesn't replace is really smart, creative people. And we see that all across the board.
I hope so.
AI-driven workforce, some career experts also emphasize the importance of networking in navigating the job market.
I hope she's right.
If you're someone who's graduating right now and you haven't done internships while you've been in school, if you haven't been working on building connections with people who are in the professional working world, you need to hurry up and get on that, because the number one thing you can do to separate yourself from the pack is to have those relationships, to have someone who remembers you,
Mhm.
who had a good
Nope.
experience working with you as an intern, and who wants to see you succeed.
Mhm.
You don't ever want to undervalue or underestimate the power of those personal connections.
I have a lot of hope going forward for the job market. I'm a little bit of an optimist in that sense. I think, hard times create strong people, and I think this is just a little bit of a difficult time for those new graduates, and ultimately those new graduates are going to become stronger people, and I think they will not take their jobs for granted in the future, and I think it will ultimately make a stronger return.
Man. Hard times can create strong people. Keyword is can. But all right, honestly, I think that's enough for YouTube for today. I'm gonna go ahead and go on X. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here in just a few minutes, but we'll just see what's going on here. Steel Ball Run. Can't wait for that. This is gonna be really good. First episode, 47 minutes. It's gonna be great. What is this? FTC now says that websites can collect kids' personal info, like government IDs, facial scans, or behavior tracking for age checks, without getting parents' permission first. Wow. The only rules are use the data only to figure out the child's age, delete it right after the check. If you share it with outside companies, make sure they follow the same strict limits. Yeah, this person right here just nailed it. Like if you have to delete it, why are you telling these why is there a thing like if the companies share it? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know about that. That's going to be posted immediately. Anyways. I'll probably just bookmark instead of posting. Oh yeah, he passed away. Huge rip. He also did Fate series. That's a real one. But also another real one. Kyoto Animation. Oh man. Dude, we're losing too many grades. Too many. Yeah. Oh man. Mappa, what are they saying? Theatrical edition, especially new drawn illustration for Anime Japan. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh man. Oh man. Yep. Mute this for a sec. Let's skip this. Oh man. Ah, I got spit. Got spit stuck in my throat. Here we go. I was gonna say, what disc is that? It was all green. Fuck. I wish for times like that to be back. I really do. Video game graphics 11 years ago. Man, that was Arkham Knight. Let me see here. The reason why games look worse and run today is because we hit a literal pinnacle of graphics back in 2015. The only way to sell more GPUs is by piling on meaningless effects nobody actually cares about. Yeah. Truth be told, yeah. Because you literally reach the threshold. It's kind of like, what could we do to, like, kind of advance that? Because if we just sell the same shit over and over, right, it's gonna be boring. We need advancement. We need something new. Otherwise, we're gonna look useless. We're gonna be out of a job, basically. Wow. RE Requiem is doing great. It beat Expedition 33. Wow. That's crazy. Oh man. That's great. That's that fucking gun Leon had. It was a social experiment. Oh my god. Alex Stone, Jim Carrey. See, we knew it wasn't him. I knew it wasn't him. So why do it though? Sounds like damage control, too much clone talk. This is so AI. I don't know. I mean, the mask is standing up perfectly straight, so no idea. I don't know, guys. You can be the judge of that. Motorfire G Gundam, all 49 episodes. There's 49? Really? 49 episodes? That's crazy. Biggest regret on Steam was joining a shitty family without analyzing it first. Imagine buying a deluxe edition of a game, not even being able to play it because there's a parasite in the environment. Who doesn't even buy even a single game, plays all of them as soon as they show up in the library. Oh. They have a shared Steam account. Wow. That is shitty. Literally. Chun-Li. Today was Chun-Li's birthday? Yeah, she has the same birthday as Mirko. Wow. What a coincidence. Makes me wonder. Xbox marketing used to be more fun. What is this here?
A mini fridge for college? Get a free ice tray. Or buy a PC for college. Get a free Xbox 360. Buy a Windows 7 PC, get a free Xbox 360. All you really need for college. Unlock the deal at windows.com/freeXbox.
That was great. They used to have so much creativity with gaming advertisements. Now it's just like, I don't know, every once in a while you may get like an actual trailer that's made for television, but that's it. You don't even see like deals like this anymore, like Best Buy advertisements like that. You don't even see that. It's sad. What's this? Stellar Blade developers shift up, expanding into self-publishing for their own games. Hiring several positions related to global localization, marketing, PR. Okay. Cool. What Resident Evil Requiem accomplished this weekend: launched incredible polished games, showed not all games need Unreal Engine 5, showed we don't need PS6 the next year with insane optimization. Physical copies sold out worldwide, mostly. I'm Affecting 2 pre-ordered in January. Very likely to be the fastest selling RE game yet. Amazing user scores on PSN, Steam, and critic scores showed how strong single player games really are in 2026. Capcom really showed us that they're high contender for the best publisher in the business today. At least number one third party wise. Yep. That sounds very valid. First CD players were released in the United States. Wow. 43 years ago. Man. So that was 83? Oh my god. Oh my god, this guy. I see this guy on Instagram a lot.
Comes up to the 8th floor, and we go into the stairwell, and I said, let's go up to the roof. He's like, what? I said, let's go up to the roof. He goes, I don't think I want to go up to the roof. I said, yeah, come on, let's go. He said, I'm uncomfortable going up to the roof. And I said, why?
You think I'm gonna throw you off the roof?
Come on, let's go. We'll talk up there.
It's a nice day.
He goes, I don't want to go to the roof. I said,
get up on the fucking roof.
So he comes up to the 8th floor, and we go into the stairwell.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock it. It's more than this, but part of its appeal was this. Whether it was more or just as much or less, I think is up to you to decide. Oh my god, that's it right there. Sonic Unleashed PC. Huge W. Huge W. Sega says it's on track for its first super game. It's on track for March 2026. What's the super game? Why haven't I heard of a super game? Everything about this video reminds me that I missed out on being a 19-year-old college student in 2011. Some have described as being one of the greatest moments of human experience. I might feel the same way. Though I was pretty satisfied with my time in college. For the most part, at least. Okay. They have the horse. The horses are watching clips. They're watching Una Musume clips. He can't eat without his Uma Musume. He's trained like needing YouTube while eating dinner. Oh my god. March is Women's History Month? I totally forgot about that. Oh wow. Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Man. What is this? Code Veronica remake? That's gonna be good. Resident Evil 10? Dude. What? What are you talking about? Almost 4 parts in 4 years. RE0 remake. Okay. RE0 deserves a remake. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Even on normal difficulty, that shit is just too hard. The enemies, like, their timing for, like, attacking you, the enemy types, okay? And plus, the whole level, like, how do I describe this? The whole level structure, it's like you need certain things. You specifically need this in order to, like, beat this boss, or you specifically need to do this sort of thing, this prior knowledge, in order to advance through the game. Versus, like, with RE1 remake, it wasn't necessarily like that. Like, yeah, there were some portions that, like, require trial and error, and maybe, you know, with Resident Evil in general, some things do require trial and error, as with most video games. But it wasn't, like, so overtly strenuous as Resident Evil 0. I don't think I will never go back to playing Resident Evil 0. Actually, you know what? I might, but just on, like, the fucking easy difficulty. I hate to play it like that, but hey, if I want to get through it somehow, I may as well do it in some way. 28,000 megabytes per second. Especially faster than DDR4. Okay. HBO canceled the highly anticipated Boondocks reboot, citing racist writing as the reason. Despite the entire team being black, I was further radicalized. Damn. That's crazy. If you ask me, I think racism is more of a construct than actually being, like, you know, specifically, like, catered towards one person. You know? Because, like, anybody can be racist to, like, any sort of ethnicity or culture. You know? Like, white, black, Latino, Asian, Pacific Islander, whatever. It's not just affiliated with, like, one demographic. Like gamers. Yeah. Yeah. What is this? Came across White Genji and didn't recognize him for a sec as a hero from the game. Oh, there's no audio. Oh. Wow. Newly appointed interim supreme leader reportedly killed in an airstrike. No way. We got the second dude. Are you kidding me? Literally no leader. What is this? Fucking Halo Reach. Airsoft. Paintball. It's paintball, I think. Or no, airsoft. Dude. My favorite Kingdom Hearts lore drop in the past 5 years is that Mickey still has the Keyblade just sitting around the clubhouse. Gosh. Alright, we'll look at a few more and then I guess that's it. Yep, valid. God, I love this GIF. So relatable. Literally me. Red Bull is developing a sleep drink that guarantees 12 hours of uninterrupted rest. That sounds dangerous, but I'm curious about it. What is this? Workshop for aim practice and actual maps. Oh, that's nice. Kiriko has been killed by an Iranian missile in Tel Aviv. Well, it's the end of that. I remember that. Man, it's been 2 years since Toriyama died. It's insane. I'm gonna do it, Batman. Oh, that's tough. Castlevania artwork has always hit hard. How many labs did they put under Raccoon City? What's this? We removed the female body type from the game, but at least we made this fucking ugly armor coating that nobody would ever wear. Man, it's polka dot. It's a ladybug with white dots. Mega Man Legends 3. What happened? Mega Man Legends 3. What happened here? The canceled video game. Announced for the 3DS on September 29th, 2010. Well, that's a damn shame. What is this? After 2,000 plus hours, I can confidently say that this will be my last expedition. The latest update is proof Embark has no vision for this game. Well, you do you, pal. Leon S. Kennedy has been deployed to infiltrate the Ayatollah cloning facility underneath Iran. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kennedy. Americans show what his local Krispy Kreme donuts does to their unsold donuts at the end of the night. Since being bought by private equity firm, Krispy Kreme has gradually raised the price of a dozen donuts to as much as $22 in some cities. Instead of selling it at lower prices, they'd rather throw them all away. What's this?
Unacceptable.
Oh, we have it muted.
I would have loved these donuts.
They just toss them away.
Crazy,
Fuck, a dumpster full of donuts.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable, bro.
Dude.
Unacceptable. I would have loved these.
Man. I'm not gonna lie, chat. My fat ass would dumpster dive in that. Honestly. Man. I'd be like Kiriko and jump into that. Fuck, dude. What a shame, though. Did you bring protection? Playing Grace, playing Leon. Yep. Yep, so true. Oh, PS3 commercial, Michael. Yeah. God, there used to be great gaming advertisements. Let's watch this. This will probably be the last thing we look at. There's always like sort of this mysticism as far as like PlayStation advertising went.
Flying over the middle of the Rubicali Desert, looking for some lost city in the sand. Next thing I know, plane's going down. I'm hanging like a rag doll at 30,000 feet, just trying to hold on.
I think Nolan North, yeah, all the voice actors, they're dubbing the actors. Fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, personally, MGS4 Snake is the best looking Snake. Or, like, solid Snake, I should say. Like, out of MGS 1, 2, and 4, this is the best, like, solid Snake looks. And I know he's, like, rapidly aging and stuff, but, like, old Snake, just something about him, like, he looks gritty, you know, hardened. Fucking baller. He's got the mono eye. Like, bro.
Was in the days of suffering when the gods made their might known. When no mortal dared stand up to Zeus. He did.
Omaha. Pinned down on that godforsaken beach. Thinking if I lay
The camo.
If I get up, there ain't no maybe about it. Then one man broke through. Michael.
When the Templars murdered my family. When the whole bloody world's gone crazy. Hellcat, Sector 9, to Michael! For all he does.
They got lightning from Final Fantasy 13. To Michael. Oh man. This was great. God. That's such a good ad. That's such a good ad. Have you found a job yet? Oh god. Rado and yep, totally. He would have. Anyways, though, that's gonna be it, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and clock out. I do have work tomorrow, frankly, so this week, frankly, I'm pretty sure is gonna be the last few times I'm gonna be streaming, mostly because I need to lock in on this test, to be honest with you all. So yeah, but good session tonight, and yeah, thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight. You've been a great audience, and yeah, appreciate y'all being here. Right, so next time we stream, it will probably be on Thursday. I don't know what we're going to be doing. Could be more Overwatch, could be more of this. I'd be okay with this again, but I mean, hardly anybody showed up because I don't know if anybody really like cares about me talking about stuff like this compared to just playing a game or building or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and clock out now, so yeah, peace out. Thank you all. Later.